4th Mindweave Magic video. In our last video, we discussed the elemental fingers used for spellcasting in Mindweave. In this video, we will be discussing the Arcane Circle, which allows for spells to be more controlled and more powerful. The components of the Arcane Circle can be divided into 2 functional categories. The radii, in each of these triangles, which determine the temperament of the spell, and the arcs around the outside of the circle, which contribute elemental spirits to the spell. The radii, called temperaments, are used 2 per arm per spell. Each spell begins at the center of the circle and moves out through a radii and eventually re-enters through a radius. These radii enhance the capability of the spell and can be mastered in either a basic manner or an advanced manner, with the basic manners adding some capability to the spell and the advanced adding extreme capabilities to the spell. We will begin by discussing the Occult radius, or Dane.
Dane represents the mystical, and when mastered at a basic level, can allow symmetric geometric forms and unnatural elemental behavior. Advanced mastery can cause elemental permanence and unnatural changes to existing elements.
Opposite Dane on the circle is Netta, the nature radius.
Basic mastery of the Netta radius allows spells to imitate natural forms and bodies such as wind, storms, plants, and animals. Advanced mastery allows natural conditions to be manipulated, such as weather, beings, and natural formations.
At 60 degrees from vertical is the Ross radius, useful for stealth and travel.
Mastered at a basic level, Ross can enhance travel and hide objects. When mastered at an advanced level, Ross allows the spell to grant new forms of travel, and to hide things such as ideas and energy.
Opposite the cunning of the Ross radius is the physicality and might of the Ku radius.
The Ku radius is physical, and can allow spells to be bound to weapons and people at a basic level. With advanced mastery, it can grant spells physical form, and allow them to imitate weapons and beasts.
60 degrees counterclockwise from vertical is the Ra radius, which represents goodness, life, and light.
At a basic level, the Ra radius helps with healing and creating light, as well as providing knowledge. At an advanced level, it can target only good creatures, and can inspire positive traits.
An opposite Ra in the Arcane Circle, the last of the temperament Sar, represents evil and darkness.
Basic mastery of the Sar radius helps with darkening and concealing, and can allow the spell to weaken targets. Advanced mastery allows the spell to target only evil creatures, and to inspire negative traits.
Meanwhile, the arcs of the Arcane Circle, or elemental spirits, contribute power to the spell and can enhance its behavior. Like the temperaments, the arcs can be mastered on a basic or an advanced level. At a basic level, they grant organic behaviors to the spell, while at an advanced level, they can grant more complex and higher order behaviors. We'll begin by discussing Full, the fire arc.
Basic mastery of the Full arc allows the caster to grant the spell basic gaseous forms. Advanced mastery allows these gaseous forms to be more complex, such as tentacles, walls, and elementals, and allows the spell to control natural fires and gases.
Opposite Full on the Arcane Circle is V, the water arc.
When used with only basic mastery, the V arc can allow the spell forms common to water, such as rain, fog, and rivers. When used with advanced mastery, it can allow higher forms, such as walls and elementals, as well as the ability to alter existing liquids.
Another key element, wind, is represented in the O arc.
When used with basic mastery, the wind arc can give the spell direction and allow motile shapes. When used with advanced mastery, the wind arc can give the spell multiple directions and sustained shapes, such as whirlwinds.
Opposite O is Ya, the earth arc.
Using the Ya arc with only basic mastery can allow the spell basic earthly forms, such as trees and rocks. Advanced mastery can give higher order solid forms, such as walls and elementals, and alter natural earth.
And here we have Des, the arc of positivity.
The Des arc gives the spell energy, whether to heat, burn, provide light, or energize, at a basic level. At an advanced level, this energy can be more complex, allowing lightning, healing, sound, fatigue reduction, or even stat enhancing.
And finally, opposite Des is Zo, the arc of negativity.
When used at a basic level, the Zo arc can cool, weaken, negate magical effects, and slow. At an advanced level, it can cause freezing, large-scale cooling, fatigue, or life and stat draining.
If it helps in remembering these components, please note that the components of the Arcane Circle can be divided along this line between those that are destructive and those that are constructive. Remember that when casting a spell that uses the arcane circle, fingers can also be used. The spell would begin at the center of the circle, pass through a radius, and then continue through the arcs until returning through a radius. During this process, fingers can be changed to be repeated to add more power. I can pass through this arc, add a fire half, add a fire full, and then another fire half, achieving the maximum power for this many arcs. In our next video, we will be discussing the words and how they affect spellcasting and mindweave. Thank you.